Alright, we're back. Round 1. Won the die roll. Great hand. Gonna keep it. This is actually a great hand. We're gonna lead off with a swamp to give us the option of going swamp into walk the plank. Otherwise, we're gonna probably just end up playing like a Kitesail Corsair on turn 2. So we'll pass it back to our opponent. Measer. That's back to us. Forerunner of the Coalition. That kind of makes me want to run out the Seeker Squire now. Because then we can get a drain off of this Kitesail Corsair. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Also gives us a chance to hit another land. So that way, one of the only downsides that I've seen with the Forerunners is that if, say you have 3 lands, and you play the Forerunner, and you have a 4-drop in your hand, you're not drawing a land. You're going to be drawing that pirate that you searched out. So, you know, there is a chance of even, like, screwing yourself, mana screwing yourself, when things like that happen. So, it's always important to remember that, and to kind of keep that in mind when, you know, you are using the Forerunners. That said, the Forerunners are busted. Okay, so what do we want here? Opponent is green-white, so possible dinosaurs coming out of their deck. We can get something like a Siren Reaver to go to the air, but we already have a Kitesail Corsair to do that. Could take a Deadeye Rig Hauler and try and just tempo them out. Could take a Deadeye Tormentor, make him discard a card. I think what I want to do is I want to be taking a card that's going to allow us to go to the air and maybe even double spell at some point. So I'm going to be taking a 3-drop, because what I could always do too is next turn play Kitesail Corsair plus walk the plank and then get in. So I think I want to be taking actually a 4-drop here. So we're looking at either Deadeye Rig Hauler or the Siren Reaver. And with that, I think I'm going to take this... I think I'm going to take the Siren Reaver, just so we have just another threat in the air. Alternatively, if we took something like Sailor of Means, we'd be able to, you know, do a little bit more blocking on the ground. But we do have these Deadeye Brawlers in our hand. This is tough. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Stormfleet Aerialist. And the reason for that is that eventually, next turn I'm going to be playing a 4-drop, most likely. And if I'm not playing a 4-drop, I'm playing these two. The turn after that is going to, if I draw, so I'm going to draw this, I'm going to play, yeah, either Deadeye Rig Hauler or sorry, Deadeye Brawler, you know, these two. The turn after that, I'm going to have 5 mana. I'll probably be playing this. Turn after that, I'll have 6 mana. So actually, I do want a 4-drop here. So I'm going to take the Siren Reaver, just to get another body into the air. But that was tough. That was a tough one. I think normally I'd be searching up these Deadeye Brawlers, but since we have both of them in our hand, you know, it left us with a bit more of a difficult decision. Opponent is getting in, not getting in, and missing their land drop? Hey, look at that. Alright. Well, Deadeye Brawler, and we also get to drain our opponent for 1. That's nice. Pass the turn. This turn's going to be kind of wild, because if they don't play anything super relevant, yeah, like that, what we can do is we can attack in with the Deadeye Brawler. If we draw a land, we can attack in with the Deadeye Brawler, and then play Siren Reaver and Kitesail Corsair in the same turn. But that's if we draw a land. Alternatively, what we can do is we can just play like walk the plank and make this walk the plank, attack, eat both of these. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack 2 for 1 and then play Siren Reaver plus Kitesail Corsair. So ding, getcha. We also know our opponent has 5 spells in hand, so anything that they're drawing off the top here. Yep. So we will 2 for 1. Play a Siren Reaver. Play Kitesail Corsair. Now next turn, if we draw a land, we can go Walk the Plank and Deadeye Brawler, which is just going to be so backbreaking. Opponent has 4 spells in hand. Rig Hauler. So I think what I'm going to do this turn is I'm going to Walk the Plank here and then attack with these 2. So I'll plank you. And then attack for 5 in the air. We could attack with the Seeker Squire as well. We're not blocking with it. Are we blocking with it? No, we're not blocking with it. We can definitely attack here. And then if our opponent goes to, play something silly or large on the ground, we can attack with our guys in the air. And then, and then just bounce their creature. Yeah, this game looks pretty over. Attack it for 5. And here, I think, I'm just going to play the Rig Hauler. Not show our opponent yet another Deadeye Brawler. Just put that card back in your hand. They're at 5. We have 5 in the air. And that's game 1. Alright. Sideboarding. I don't think we want anything really different. Opponent is going to be on the play, so arterial flow may be a little bit better than it normally would be. So that's a possibility. Negates, not really interesting to us, because the things that we would negate from green-white are like Hunt the Weak, Pounce, Luminous Bonds, things like that. Shorekeeper, not really, and then Gleaming Barrier. Gleaming Barrier is an option because they are playing things like Raptor Companions. So, we're going to be looking at these 2 cards. Do we want to take anything out for these 2 cards? Well, we'll probably take out a Hornswoggle for this Arterial Flow. That's an option. Another option would be Lookout's Dispersal. It does essentially the same thing. This one does get us a treasure, so it does get us to the City's Blessing a little faster. Alternatively, so Dinosaur Hunter I'm going to keep in the deck because green-white usually does play dinosaurs. We did see a couple of them. Let's see. Yeah. I think I may take out the Hornswoggle for the Arterial Flow, but I think that's going to be the only difference that we're going to do here. Another option is taking out Azor's Gateway, but I think I like doing that. So we're going to save this and go on to the second game of this match. The Meezer, playing 41 cards. We have just 1 land in our hand, but we have a mess of 2-drops. We could keep this. We have 2 draws at drawing a land. Then we got a bunch of 4-drops. A swamp would actually be the best land because then we can play Seeker Squire. We are playing 16 lands, so we have 15 more lands in the deck out of 33 cards. It's a little less than half. Little less than 50%. Do we want a coin flip with this hand? Opponent snap kept their 7. No, I'd rather mulligan and try and get a hand that's less of a 50%. Yeah, like this. This is fine. This is more than fine. This is great. We did it. We're so smart. Alright. Draw our Deadeye Brawler. Pass the turn. We have a sweet 2-3-4 curve. And take some damage off that Raptor Companion. That's okay. Could always block with the Kitesail Corsair. I don't know if I want to do that. Opponent. Getting in. Do we want to block? That's a good question. What are we looking at here? We're looking at... If we don't block this turn, we're definitely not blocking next turn. And then we're playing Deadeye Brawler, which then could deal with it, but that's a couple of turns away. Alternatively, we can also get another Deadeye Brawler with the Forerunner. So I think I'm going to take it. And I think we're going to just wait until we get to these Deadeye Brawlers. Martyr of Dusk is no problem. Evolving Wilds. Okay. So yes, we'll search this out. We'll search out another... Just make sure that there's nothing else in here that we really want. Could get a Sailor of Means. Sailor of Means blocks really well, but Deadeye Brawler does the exact same thing. So we'll take a Deadeye Brawler. And attack. So we're going to be taking 5 this turn, which is not great, but then we're going to play this Deadeye Brawler and be in a pretty good situation. Opponent getting in. Oh, not getting in with the Martyr of Dusk. Okay. Okay. And nothing else? Alright. Well, we'll get in with the Kitesail Corsair. And then Deadeye Brawler. What's up, Margot? My cat is trying to help. Trying. Alright. Swamp. What is a swamp for? Well, if they attack, we're definitely blocking. Yeah, still definitely blocking. That's fine. I'm a little bummed out, but that's okay. Play another Deadeye Brawler. More where that came from. Alright, opponent down to 12. We have no more gas in our hand, which isn't great, but our board is pretty nice. So, opponent no attacks here. Snughorn Sentry. Okay. We'll crack this for a black because we have more than enough blue in our hand. Seeker Squire. We'll attack here for 2. Play the Seeker Squire. Siren Reaver, we will leave that on top. And we'll play a land. Get the City's Blessing. Alright. What do you got, opponent? 3 cards in hand. They just played another Plains. So that could unlock something with double white, like a Exultant Sky Marcher. But we have a Siren Reaver to back that up. Opponent goes down to 9. So here, we don't really want to attack with the Deadeye Brawler and 2 for 1 our opponent. So I think we're just going to pass here. See what our opponent has to offer. They want to attack with the Exultant Sky Marcher. I think that we'll just take it and then swing back for 5. If our opponent has something like a Glorifier of Dusk, it's a little bit more problematic. Opponent's passing. Walk the plank. So now we can walk the plank this Glorifier of Dusk. And then attack for 3. They'll have to block, and then that opens up this Kitesail Corsair to start attacking again. Okay. I'm fine doing that. Opponent's still in a rough spot on the ground. Yep. Definitely blocking. Fading the Skullduggery from that black that they were holding up. What is this? Colossal Dreadmaw? Well, we have a Death Toucher to deal with that, so I'm okay with that. Play this Fathom Fleet border right now. Drain our opponent. Get in for 2. Alright, well our opponent has a clock on them. What is this? Deeper Warrior. Okay. So here's a cool trick. If we draw Deadeye Righauler, the 4-mana bounce pirate. So what we can do here is we can attack, put our opponent down to 4, Righauler, return a creature back to our hand, and so essentially we're draining our opponent for another 2. Pretty neat. Usually Deadeye Righauler is only used on our opponent's creatures, but this time we're going to get some value. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Righauler. Bounce that. Yep. Replay it. Drain our opponent. And now our opponent has to draw something here, or else they die. Land. Land's not going to do it. Opponent attacks with everything. It's a smart play from our opponent. It's putting us to the test, saying, hey, you got to have something. But even if you don't, that's going to be okay because, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We want to not die to something like a Crash the Ramparts. Block here. So these 2 are not dying. And also block 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that would put us to 6. Dealing us 8. What could happen if we did that? If we blocked like that, our opponent could go Swamp, Golden Demise, and that wouldn't be too bad because we'd have the Seeker Squire still back. Yeah. I can't think of anything else that would deal 6 to us. I mean, double Crash the Ramparts, but do we play around that? By, like, double blocking here? They have double Crash the Ramparts. That's how we get got. Might as well play around it. So this plays around Double Crash the Ramparts. Doesn't play around Golden Demise plus Creature, but that's okay. Oh. Alright. Imperial Flow. We should have played the Flow before we attacked. Yeah, we definitely should have played the Flow before we attacked, because if our opponent had Divine Verdict, then we were dead. But they didn't, so we're lucky. We got away with that one. But yeah, definitely should have played this. Oh, goodness. Wait, they could have played this Plummet. We were just dead. Wait, no, they only had one card in hand. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, I'll see you all for round 2.